I'm astrologer and life coach Penny Dix. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back if you are a regular visitor here. And if you're new here, a big welcome to you too. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe. So today, I am bringing you one of my short heads up videos. And the subject for today is purely for the sign of Capricorn, whether you have your sun in Capricorn or your rising sign, also known as the ascendant. And this video is all about all the astrological energies you need to know about for the month of March 2023. And wow, this is the month. This is the month when you say bye-bye to Pluto, who has been in your domain for the last 15 to 18 years. I mean, okay, you're just going to get a glimpse of it this month, of what life is going to feel like after Pluto. But I'll come to that shortly. First of all, let's see what else is going on in your chart, because this month is important. It's one of the most significant months of the year. In fact, probably one of the most significant months of the decade. Certainly of the next 3 to 4 years anyway. So let's start with what's going on in Pisces. I'm also going to look at what's going on in Aries, so that the signs that are kind of really highlighted this month are Pisces, Aries, Virgo, and Taurus a little bit. So let's see. So your third house is Pisces. And at the moment, we have Mercury, the planet of communication here. Now, this is super good because this is anyway the sign of communication, or the house of communication. So if there are any documents that you need to sign, anything you've needed to tweak, anything that has been delayed, then this month, right at the beginning, sees the energies shifting to do with anything that is written and anything to do with communication. By the 19th, Mercury slips into Aries, which of course is your fourth house, which is your home, your family, where you live, your ancestry. It's everything about you. And whilst Mercury is here, then it sounds like more kind of communication with family members, discussing things, talking about upcoming ideas, projects, plans. So just gentle energy in this part of your chart. And if any of you have been waiting for anything to do with, say, a contract to do with your living space, then it'll all be done and dusted by the end of March. So now we move on to the first of the major significant shifts of energy that we're going to get this month, March the 7th. Saturn, my big outer boy Saturn, your ruling planet, our planet of containment, boundaries, restrictions, timing. Saturn, that has been in Aquarius for the last 3 years, which is, of course, your second house of finance. So Saturn has been putting structure and rules and stability around anything to do with your finances. Saturn finally, on March the 7th, moves into your third house, Pisces. Is this good? Well, yes, actually. It's good. You know, I mean, Capricorn, you are very good at talking deliberately about important things and getting the facts kind of straight. So Saturn, of course, moving into this part of the chart, and because it's Pisces, shows us that anything that is a little bit kind of ethereal or a little bit nebulous or not clear, because it's Pisces, you will be able to make sense of. You will be able to convey how you feel about your feelings, especially in a very succinct and structured way. Also on this day, March the 7th, we have the full moon in Virgo. And of course, this is in your 9th house of travel. So some of you may be looking at making an important journey, or a journey comes to a conclusion. This could be something to do with a journey that has been going on an inner level. Something that perhaps you've begun over the last few months to see that this is going to come to an end, and this brings that final kind of realization, if you like, that that particular chapter of your life is finally closed. This is also the part of your chart that is to do with higher education. So it may be that you have completed something that you've been passionately learning. So that is another example of what we can expect with a full moon for you in this part of your chart. But let's go back to your 4th house, because this, as I said, is Aries. This is the home. This is the family. Now, you've had Chiron here for a while. Chiron is our asteroid that is the wounded healer. So it may represent that home life and maybe issues with family have not always been easy. There may have been some just difficult and challenging energies around with families. And Jupiter, our planet of luck, opportunity and expansion, is now in this part of your chart as well. And this can bring about, on one level, house moves, changes, just changes within your residence, opportunities, expansion, contraction, all manner of things of that kind of nature. Jupiter's coming up to conjunct Chiron, and that's on the 12th of March. So what this will do is it will highlight and expand anything that isn't working with regards to home and family. It will highlight. It will make it very obvious that you can't go on without addressing it. And as a Capricorn, you will address it, because that's what Capricorn does. And basically, the other side of this is that it brings the healing. So that if you do the work and you approach the problem in the right way, then the healing can take place. Then we need to look at the sun, which is our life giver, our soul, our health, because the sun, of course, also moves into your 4th house, Aries, at the spring equinox on the 20th. And I am doing a separate video about the spring equinox, as I'm also doing about the Saturn in Pisces, and also, of course, Pluto in Aquarius, which comes at the end of your reading. So let's just stay with this energy. So the sun has moved into your 4th house, and it's just bringing a bit of light and peace back into your life after what might have been quite a turbulent time. The new moon is the day afterwards in this part of your chart, on the 21st. So it really does feel like a breath of fresh air, a real chance to start anew with anything to do with the home, changing things around, shifting the energy, getting kind of anything that's been difficult and challenging with family members, giving it a new kind of breath of fresh air and a new start, so that things can get off on a better footing. So good energy all round. By the 21st, Venus, our planet of love, relationship, self-worth, also money. Now, on March the 21st, Venus in Taurus, which is your 5th house of fun, is conjunct the North Node. Now, the North Node is your destiny. And this just feels like, actually, you're aware that sometimes life, especially while you've had Saturn going through Aquarius, and while you've had Pluto going through your sign of Capricorn, things have got a bit tense and deep, and it's been hard work. Now, with this energy shifting into the 5th house, into Taurus, then what this brings is actually that your destiny can actually it can be lighter. There's more feelings of entertainment, of you having fun. Because come on, Capricorn, you've got to get out there and have some fun. Otherwise, you won't meet more new, interesting people in your life. This can also be meeting interesting people because it's the 5th house. And by the 30th, Venus in the same part of your chart comes up to conjunct Uranus, our planet of the unexpected and shocks and surprises. There could be a surprise romantic encounter with this kind of energy here, whatever age you are. So don't rule these things out. But altogether, I also think that the Uranus energy is really making you break out of your shell and break out in a way that you like to explore new things, try like different diets, different menus, different countries' foods, to actually explore different art forms rather than being traditionally stuck to what you're used to, Capricorn. So it is interesting energy. And now we come to the highlight of your reading, which is why this month is so significant, and especially for you, Capricorn, because Pluto, our dwarf planet, our planet of transformation, our planet of representing the phoenix that rises from the ashes, our planet that rules Scorpio, about digging down deep into the muddy depths to find the nugget of gold. Pluto, that has been working his magic on your whole persona and personality, giving you opportunities to transform who you are, to change who you are, to grow in ways that you never thought possible. Pluto finally moves into Aquarius, and that's on the 23rd. And this could be super interesting for you as well. And remember, Pluto is going to be in your 2nd house for approximately 20 years. Now, it doesn't fully make it into Aquarius until the end of 2024. These big outer planets like Pluto and Saturn move incredibly slowly from our perspective on Earth, which is why they take so long and take so much time in each of these signs. And you've had Pluto in your sign, Capricorn, since around 2008. So over the next couple of years, you're going to get this taster of what life's going to be like with Pluto in your 2nd house of finance. This could really transform your financial setup, situation in a very positive way if you work with it constructively. Use that Saturn knowledge of yours to work with it constructively. So you see, Capricorn, big stuff. And you know, when Pluto finally leaves your sign, and you'll notice this over the next couple of years, that your life will transform enormously. Because if you've done the work that Pluto required of you whilst it transited your sign of Capricorn, then it will happily reward you with the growth and the transformation that you've been seeking. So on that note, I'll bring your reading to a close for this month. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share, and all those other wonderful things that so many of you do, and I'm super grateful for. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.